fun is when you're trying something new. So the first time you try something, it gets really exciting. To do new skills, new ideas. So right now, this kind of sculpture, these things I've been having a lot of fun with because they're new for me. You know, I usually do a lot of faces and bowls, and I like making those, but since I've been doing them for 25 years, you know, I know how to do them. But like this is kind of a new thing for me to play with, so that's fun and exciting.
Are there a lot of opportunities for aspiring glass blowers?
You know, the real tricky thing about glass is that it's very expensive to run. Equipment is expensive, the energy to run it is expensive, materials expensive. In this shop, it costs us $1,000 a day to run this business. That's not just the furnace, that's renting the building and paying employees and all that kind of stuff. But it basically means that we have to make $1,000 a day worth of stuff just to break even. And if we want to make money ourselves, then we're going to make more than that. So it's really hard for us to hire somebody because they're just going to slow us down.
When you're starting out, you always know what you're gonna make, and then you have all your tools ready, you have all your colors ready, and then if somebody is assisting you, they always need to know what you're making. I used to really like to make sculptures. But since I don't blow that much more, I like making jewelry now.
Sometimes you have to switch the piece around so you can work from a different way. In the old days, the safety of the material, some of the stuff is silica. Silica is not good for you to breathe. There's lead in the glass, which is not good to breathe. So in the old days, before they knew that, there was a lot of disease from glass. Now that we know those things, you can avoid it, and that's not really a problem anymore. You know, you use a mask, use a respirator when you're around those things. You don't have to worry about it. So now the only danger is burning yourself. You know, when it's 2,000 degrees, you touch it, you're going to burn yourself. Cutting yourself. You know, so we usually wear shoes and not slippers. Stuff flying around, so we're always wearing glasses when we're working. Okay, now I just want you to blow a bubble. So go ahead and stand up. Watch that hand blow. Get too close. Just blow as hard as you can on the back. Just stay there for a while. It will take a while for the bubble to start. Okay, just keep blowing. Keep going. And you can stop turning. And just keep blowing. So it's getting so thin that you wouldn't be able to make anything with this. You just can't control how thin it is. You probably can't control it. So when it gets that thin, the second you heat it up, it's going to crumble. So you'd never be able to make anything with this. Now touch the ground on the left. It's already cooling down. It's already, you know, it's so thin and it's cooling really fast. Oh. So you can see when it's super thin, you can see it's even less than it's so thin. that I trimmed off of
Color
it.
combo.
Yeah, it's a nice green and topaz. Silver nitrate that makes that color. And then that chrome and iron that makes that green. I think that's going to be a good one. The shell got a little bit big for this person, but
Can you take any sand and just put it in there?
Any what?
Any type of sand?
No, not at all. No, you can't use any sand. The sands, for example, the sands here are not silica sands, calcium-based sands. And we need a very specific glass. It has to expand exactly the same as our color. Expansion coefficient has to be the same. If you have two glasses, like you take, let's say we take a beer bottle and mix it with our glass, put them together, melted them together, pieces would just shatter because they expand and contract differently. This is a sand that's mined in North Carolina, start or part of this is. Then it's shipped to Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Then it's mixed with primarily soda ash and calcium carbonate, and probably another 20 ingredients. And it's made into these really hard chemical balls. And then we take the furnace up another 300 degrees from where it is right now and shovel it in over about a 12-hour period. Put in about 30 pounds an hour or something like that. Then we cook it for another 12 hours and then cool it down to this temperature. So it's about a day and a half by the time this stuff gets in here.
kind of like cooking or baking, where there's a certain set of rules you have to do. If you're going to make a soup, you have to have a certain amount of liquid in your broth or whatever. And if you're going to make a base, your piece has to be set up, your amphora shape has to be set up correctly to turn into whether you want a base that's going to be a little round base or whether you want a base that's going to be a tall base. And each one has its own difficulty. Sometimes these round ones, these shoulders are really hard to get nice and straight. And then the taller the pieces get, the harder it is to keep the whole piece nice and straight. Some of the new ones that have been really difficult, which I've really been enjoying because they're so difficult, are these shells, because instead of attaching centered, I pull it way off center. So the piece starts going kapakahe on you and starts stretching all over the place. And it's really hard to control something that's not centered on purpose. So I've been having fun doing that. And then I took that to see how tall I could get something off-centered and be able to control it into a graceful shape. Came up with these taller ones. Then for us, the main tools that we can do almost anything with are these are called jacks. And these are basically our hands for glass. So that's how we can shape, open bowls up. We can actually be stretching bowls open with this stuff. Necking them down like if we're going to fold a lip over. Got your jacks. Your straight shears for cutting lips and cutting fish fins and things like that. Your basic tweezers, which we actually have a nice Italian pair now that really work much better than the American version we found. We've got a taglio, which is just a simple piece of metal, but it really can do a lot of shaping, sculpting, flattening bottoms on drinking glasses or vases or whatever. And then you also have these diamond shears, which you can use to crimp and grab and stretch the glass or cut off feet. Other things are, we have wooden blocks. Since the glass is 2,000 degrees, we can't shape it like a potter can. And so to get it all centered and everything, we use these. We have them in different sizes. They go from the very small ones when you have a little bit of glass, all the way up this to the medium large. They start getting firmed out. These are made out of usually fruit wood, like cherry or apple or pear, because there's no pitch in them to burn. They get carved out while the wood is still wet and green, then it's kept in water its whole life. So when you're shaping the glass, hopefully they're just resting on a layer of steam and carbon. Of course, our torches, which are very nice. Be able to fire up. We've got this. You can turn them way up or down depending on what you need to do to the glass. That's a really nice little torch there. And then we got this big torch, broad heating area. There's really not a lot of blowing involved in your pieces. You're basically hollowing out your piece with air, so you're not really using a lot of air or a lot of pressure. It's hard to use a lot of pressure to start, like when you blow a balloon, it's hard to get it started, and then it goes really easy, as long as you have enough heat. So hook up my blow tube. And actually, bubbles will start showing up here in a second. Here it comes. This is a pretty major one. Come over here to this guy. This is called the glory hole, and we've it's up to about 2,300 degrees, 2,400 degrees here, depending on where we have it set at. And this is the reheating chamber, which we're turn off and on every day. And this one's made from propane and forced air. That's actually how they make fiber optic threads. They actually take glass. We found I was going to go and heat this up here. Yeah, they actually can make fiber optic threads is made out of glass, different chemical composition than we've got. But they'll draw strings of glass super thin, miles and miles long, just off of one like little marble. They'll get it micro thin. That's how the way that one peeled off. And now it's got those ribs on there. So I'm going to twist the shell. And use friction to drag, and it's twisting. Now the piece has an open hole at the end, so you can that we're going to be able to open up. guess probably the highest compliment is when somebody appreciates your work well enough to spend money on it, to take it home and enjoy it. And then you're like, a year later you come back and they'll come back and tell you, oh my gosh, check that piece home. And it's like everybody, whoever comes over to my house, that's their favorite piece in the house. That type of thing. You know, so after we make them, they get out there into the world and people really enjoy them.